Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gashi's Kaiman TV. The role of the church when it comes to elections is usually very, very important. The church plays a cardinal role as far as Kenyan elections is concerned. None other than the 2022 general elections put this very, very clearly when the church decided to vote for what they so-called a candidate of the Church of Christ. And that candidate of the Church of Christ was none other than His Excellency William Samuel Ruto, now the President of the Republic of Kenya. Raila Amolo Odinga was portrayed as a devil's candidate. Raila Amolo Odinga was portrayed as an agent of Antichrist, and the church voted en masse for William Samuel Ruto. Today, the church is regretting. Today, the church is telling Kenyans that the president they voted for, the William Samuel Ruto they voted for, is not the one who is ruling. None other than Fred Okengo Matiangi put it very clearly how the church was betrayed. In fact, in one of his most explosive views about William Samuel Ruto, he told Kenyans that no other institution has been betrayed than the Church of Christ. And before I give a critical analysis about the church and how the church is likely to vote in 2027, I want you to listen very keenly about Fred Okengo Matiangi. Look at the pain in his face. Watch his eyes. Look at the way he's blinking, because all that is saying something about the pain of betrayal. Watch here, ladies and gentlemen.
The most important also, given the experiences we went through during the last season of Jewish leaders, I think no one has been betrayed in this country more than the church. And no one has been let down more than the church. Because you are the ones who were misused or even abused by some of our leaders to provide a platform to propel leaders into positions of responsibility under the guise of them being your members, when in actual fact, they were basically just using you and using the identity of the church. We are not God, we can't charge people, but the truth of the matter is, now the church cannot walk away. Let's work together. The job you have always done of pulling all of us together, please let's continue to do it. And even in this season that is coming, let's prayerfully do the right thing and hope that as all these wonderful young people, Janet and the team here that spoke to us, have told us, let us think about the future of our country and then how we put a team together that will lead us in the right direction.
Our key question today is simple. Will the church vote for a certain candidate? Will the church take a stand like they did in 2022? My answer is yes. The church is likely to be hopelessly divided. There are some people who are going to vote for William Samoei Ruto. There are others who are going to vote for the opposition candidate. And what will happen this time round is that William Samoei Ruto will get something that is insignificant as far as the church is concerned. And the most people who are likely to vote for the government candidate, that is William Samoei Ruto, are the so-called prosperity gospels, those that have been oiled, those have been actually on the front line. But the mainstream churches, like the Catholic, the Anglican, the PCA, the Presbyterian and others, those mainstream churches, I am telling you they are not going to vote for William Samoei Ruto. I'm telling you, they have learned the bitter lesson. Najua mtu akiushaumwa na nyoka, akiona ng'ong'o wanaruka akidhani ni nyoka. And this is where the church is. The church is regretting that it mobilized the congregants, it mobilized its followers to vote for William Samoei Ruto. I remember the Anglican Church was in the front line and none other than the Archbishop himself, Oresapit, led msafara wa kwenda kuapishwa, kaongoza maombi, kamwombea rais ambaye alishakuwa amechaguliwa. But today, Oresapit is one person who is regretting. So you cannot convince me that Oresapit is going to tell the Anglican men and women to rally behind William Samoei Ruto. There are some churches that will take an independent position. That is, they will tell the members to vote with the conscience. They vote for the candidates that they feel is good. But I'm sure a number of churches are going to campaign against William Samoei Ruto. They are going to decampaign him. They are going to deconstruct him. They are going to expose him. And the reason why they are going to do this, one, the church wants to redeem itself. When you look at the situation, most people have been blaming the church. And this is not good in my view, because when you look at the church is seen as the custodian of our morals. The church is seen as a compass that guides our morals. But now, when you look at the government is riddled with corruption. William Samoei Ruto's government has been abducting Kenyans. William Samoei Ruto's government has been having court cases about very close friends of William Samoei Ruto associated with corruption. And you remember what happened during the protests, Saba, June 24th, when many youth were killed in cold blood. So the church is also part of the society and is likely to actually make William Samoei Ruto a one-term president. In fact, just like, the church itself is a constituency, just like the youth. So when you look at the church as a constituency, then you add the workers as another constituency, and the Gen Z is another constituency. I'm at a loss to actually say that William Samoei Ruto is going to win. But when I look at, you combine the church against William Samoei Ruto, again, the Gen Z with their pain, with their betrayal, with joblessness, then you bring the workers who are funding SHA 95%, who are actually paying the housing levy, the houses that you never enjoy. Then William Samoei Ruto has a problem, ladies and gentlemen. So when Fred Okengo Matiangi talks about the church, it is not only a church that has been betrayed by the government of William Samoei Ruto. There are many people, and in fact, it is almost everyone who has been betrayed, including the university students. So when you look at these groupings, because these are the people who are going to vote, all these groupings against President William Samoei Ruto, and then you say William Samoei Ruto is going to rule for 2 terms, it is almost impossible. And where I see it, I strongly believe that they know that it will be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for William Samoei Ruto to win the 2nd term. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. But when I look at the situation today, other than church, so many factors will be working against William Samoei Ruto. Because William Samoei Ruto has caused a lot of pain to many people, whether deliberately or not knowing. But the truth of the matter is that things are not good for his re-election. Till next time, this is Gashi Skyman. Please like the video always, as you have always done. I'm also very grateful for those who always like the video. Leave a comment, and please today let me know what you think about the church. Bye-bye.